Kana sina slogan hiyo ya mbele tuchi. Shika mtani shika.
Shika.
Pega mtani pega.
Pega.
Safety oye.
Oye.
Mukomba oye.
Oye.
Slotendai. Rekani tore mkanga uno. Chokutanga. Ona kutishinake wato sunga moyo ne kawinga ganga. Kutishinake wato sunga moyo ne kawinga ganga. Thank you. Nene type. Rekani tange. Kuromeke sama unit eduosari pono. Noromeke sa utinamiri. Western region. Mabona oeti chea. Western region wachukuma walipano. Pamsoroi. Rekani omeke tema kansela walipano. Noromeke sa shakare. Wakaini faitwane SRCTU. Wema patrona walipano. Nabona makombe. Mahoreketa wakamiririra. Pato wati wakawani wanadiwa pamsore wa makombe tunakutendai. Rekani omekete. Our Deputy Secretary General, one of our guests today, Baba Bakuna Pashe Munengiwa Pamsoro tunakutendai. Maza hodara bana. Nyaya Yetim Yetisiye restoration of workers' dignity. Zinomarei. Zinomarei tuwashandi wa Zimbabwe. Awatina dignity neti konzaja kuti. Mariano ora. Ino tuwapa bibi. Shida mshaka. Shida mshaka. Makawa na pamakani tosera fikizabere. Napinda mnare parliament. Kutari zataka bakwa shandi. Wanosia noro ndi achibaya. Titimilio wa shandi zipake pili. Nakasimuka. Vitu waka tindilio omningo makawo wana ndongo wese. Nititara kutinini. Uimande. Maite review. Minimum.
With me here is a regional secretary for ZCTO, Madam Rebecca Gutao. Good afternoon, Madam.
Afternoon, say.
Thank you. I'm fine. As we are celebrating and commemorating the Workers' Day 22 here in the Midlands, I heard you basically talking of something to do with the credible elections. You, as workers' representatives, what is your role?
My role as a worker rep is to advise and educate the general membership, the general workers, to understand and know their rights. That they are the citizens to be governed, and they're the ones who vote. So they've got every right to exercise their rights. So what we always do as a trade union is we educate people, we tell them to know their rights. After telling them to know their rights, we give them why it is critical and very important for them to exercise their right, which is the voting right. For someone to exercise that right should be a registered voter. We don't tell them where to put their X, but we tell them that they have to be registered voters and speak out, because their voice is very critical. Their voice will determine what they want. They will determine their salary, will determine the prices of the basic commodities they use on daily basis. Those voting rights will also determine the amount of school fees for their school-going children, will determine their transport costs and everything. Then that will determine what they feed their children with, what they feed themselves, what they do and what they enjoy as citizens of a country. So it's very, very critical for workers to exercise their rights and partake in this, in every election of their country, because they are the citizens. They've got the right, and they are the ones who give the mandate to those who are voted for in positions of power.
Yeah, on the venue there, I quoted you saying something to that you do not condone violence coming election, but this has been happening for so long now, almost 4 decades or more, whereby people will be victimized prior and during as well as after election. So, as a unionist, how are you going to stop it, or how are you going to do away with such?
We keep on educating our constituency, and we'll keep on knocking at the doors of the authorities so that they condone violence, because if we let them continue.
With me here is a Deputy Secretary General for ZCTO, Mr. Mnengiwa. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, how are you?
I'm very fine. I'm Privim Mutsetse for representing Change Radio here in Midlands. As we are commemorating the May Day 2022, but there seem to be no joy for workers. I do not know what your position as workers' representatives.
Thank you so much. Our position is very well captured in our theme, restoring workers' dignity. Dignity is personified by disposable incomes, decent housing, good education, decent health facilities. That is our demand for 2022. And we have put those demands to the government through the TNF. However, we are saying if needs be, we may have to enforce our demands in other concerted measures, which will be guided by workers, but which may include demonstrations, which may include strikes. Of late, there have been a call for a general strike by workers from various sectors. This thing of workers being continued to be paid in the useless RTGS, when the current finance minister of this country is claiming that this country is a surplus, and that surplus only accrues to him and his friends and his children, we will not be accepted by workers. And we are saying as workers, we are prepared, as leadership of the workers, we are prepared that if the negotiating table yields no results, we have to escalate the matters to the next level, so that workers know that it is not us, but it is the employer, it is the government that are refusing to do the right thing. You are buying fuel in US dollars. Workers who work in those fuel stations are being paid in RTGS. What is the logic of that? In every other supermarket, there is a USD price. What is the USD salary of those workers? That is our question. And that's why we say workers must be treated with dignity, failure of which we have to restore that dignity by any means, anyhow. Thank you.
Yeah. Of late, we have been seeing some of the means, especially during the early 2000s, whereby the late President Changirai was still alive, and even prior to his presidency. But as compared to that nowadays, we see that it's almost now 95% of unemployment in Zimbabwe, with almost 34% under extreme severe poverty. So do you think you can hold such masses like you used to do before and make an impact?